So a few months ago, I quit my day job for this passion known as game development. I spent months planning for the day I'd be released from my corporate shackles, countless nights dreaming of the world outside of my cubicle. And finally, when the bells of freedom rang, I raced towards its radiant light. But I emerged on the other side just to realize how trash this actually was. Solo development sucks. Really think about it. What is solo development? You hear it all the time. It's like wearing multiple hats. But it's worse than that. You're doing your job, your coworker's job, your boss's job, and the CEO's job. Having technical issues? No worries, just call tech support. Oh wait, you are tech support. Every single task and problem that could ever occur in a corporate office is now your responsibility, and you don't get paid for it. Now, all of this isn't to complain about my crazy life decisions. I kinda like the misery. I live for the stress that accelerates my male pattern baldness. I just wish someone had written a damn manual. So today we're taking an honest look to see what solo development looks like. First off, let me get this out the way. Y'all really think developers have cozy LED workspaces 24/7? You think a person who spends 12 hours a day in front of a computer cares about what their room looks like? Most people just hide their trash right outside of the view of the camera. I would know, cause I'm one of them. Solo developers typically fall into two camps, the kind that focus on shorter, more specialized gaming experiences, and the kind that dump their entire savings account into a passion project. The short-term devs are really the chads of development. They know their attention span only lasts 6 months, so they double down and make a small funny game. And if they're lucky, the memes blow up and make them millions, but those are outliers. Most of them aren't chasing fame and glory, they're just after that sweet dopamine rush of working on a new project. But making a library of small games is actually a great idea, and it's honestly something I wish I had done when I first started. I wish I took 2 to 3 years just making small game experiences. This is for 2 reasons. One, you need to understand how to finish a game. From development, playtest, polish, marketing, releasing, etc. Learning that process is arguably one of the most valuable experiences a developer needs. So make sure you do this before quitting your day job. The second reason is just a harsh reality of life. Living costs money. You can't even flush a turd without the city getting its cut. So making small $5 games can help build a portfolio that generates income while developing your core skills. It's a win-win situation. But on the complete opposite side of the dev spectrum, you have the long-term devs, or as I like to call them, the clinically insane. These are the devs that lock themselves in a basement for 5 years cooking up a banger, but they're 2 screws loose from having a mental breakdown. On the surface, you see a strong, determined, intelligent individual pursuing their passion. But on the inside, they're just broken, lonely, depressed, and suffering from serious imposter syndrome. Don't tell them their game sucks. They know it sucks. They play it every day. Instead, give them words of encouragement and constructive criticism. And when you see a solo dev, give them a hug, cause they're sure as hell not hugging themselves. The money situation is a real problem in the dev world. Most devs work a full or part-time job to keep the lights on while they build their game. They work on their game mostly nights and weekends until they're ready to ask, for money on Kickstarter. Other forms of revenue include things like publishers, YouTube, sponsors, and freelancing. Publishers are cool but can be shadier than a 3 AM street pharmacist. YouTube is fun but builds slower than road construction. And freelancing can make you money today, but mostly if you're okay with casino games. There are a number of ways to pay the bills while developing the game, but none of it is quick. They are all going to take time to build. Okay, so the money situation is going to suck for a couple of years. But how about making the actual game? What's that like? I'll paint you a picture. Imagine you want to take a road trip across the world, but all you have is a compass, a bit of cash, and a hand-drawn map. You could spend months planning the routes and learning survival skills, but you're still going to get lost in the woods, make countless wrong turns, fend off a damn grizzly bear, and climb mountains that had ski lifts. The point is, no matter how much preparation, meditation, or divination you have, you will never be fully prepared. You will fail, you will bruise, but you should always get up. You'll have a great idea for your game, get real excited about it, spend 4 months implementing it, just to realize the idea sucked, and spend 2 more months fixing everything. Trust me, I've been there. But it's part of the process. Each obstacle really makes you stronger and more experienced. You'll learn to avoid and plan for the same pitfalls. Great developers aren't the ones that had the biggest brains. It's the ones that learn to get back up after taking a nasty fall. Now, all of this doom and gloom isn't to make you feel discouraged. It's just highlighting some of the real hurdles that come with the job. But really, the trick to solo development is leaning into your strengths. Solo developers have 1 or 2 things they're really good at, and another 1 or 2 things that they're okay at. For me, my strength lies in programming. I'm definitely not the best, but it's serviceable and I can get things to work. Eventually. I'm okay at making pixel art, and I'm okay at making things look decent in the engine. Everything else, I kinda just wing it. But here's the thing, I'm gonna let you in on a little solo dev secret. Most solo devs don't actually make everything themselves. Well, the thing is, I could spend 6 months making all of my game's art and have it be mediocre. Or I can pay a professional artist who can do the job in 3 months and it won't look like hot garbage. So oftentimes, solo devs hire contracted work for illustrations, music, and even programming assistants. But hiring talent can actually be pretty pricey. So an alternative is purchasing assets from an asset store. There are countless outlets available online, from 3D environments to inventory and save managers. Lastly, there's an option that no one really talks about but can be incredibly helpful, and that's building a community of people that support your mission. Get involved with developer communities on Discord or Reddit. And if you want something more personal to you, stream your development or make short YouTube devlogs. With time, these communities will grow with people who want to see you make it. My community is relatively small, but I'm truly grateful for every single one of you. The encouragement always helps, the feedback is very useful, and the tips and tricks that I receive always help the game in some way. Just remember, the key to solo development isn't actually about being solo. It's about asking for help when you need it. Because no one truly makes it in this industry on their own. There are always hands that helped. So if you found this video useful, please consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel. I'm slowly understanding where I want this channel to go and the content that I'm trying to make, and the feedback has truly been appreciated. Additionally, you can wishlist Project Bloom on Steam. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.